Hey guys, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm your host Jaelyn. I'm here with AJ.
Hello.
Need to not put in the light. That's cuter, actually, right there. Nope, too much light. How are we doing, AJ?
I will never get used to this setup. I know it doesn't look that different to the people,
To the viewers.
Like to them,
Yeah.
it probably just looked like daytime. The sun's gone, so
Yeah.
it's just extremely bright lights in my face.
Imagine being a content creator for days on end and making
I could
TikToks
not. No way.
in front of the light, and that's what they're doing for 8 hours of the day. I'll be like, okay, break time. My
No.
light's a little bit too harsh. It's because mine's is like an LED light, so mine's
Mhm.
is way too bright, but it makes my skin look pretty. So that's why I like to use it. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week.
Jesus, you definitely peaked there.
Did I peak? I said week. Let me back up too close to the mic.
Yeah.
I'm at a good distance right now. I'm proud of myself. I'm trying not to be too loud, but I hope everyone is having a good week. As everyone knew, if you guys seen our Instagram post, I did post that we did have an episode this week. I'm very sorry, you guys. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but when I see something that I don't like that I'm doing within an episode, I will strictly tell AJ, let's not upload this. I look foolish in a way, not foolish, but just not in a way that I want to conduct myself for our show. Obviously,
I mean, yeah, and I'm just fine with whatever. It's not like I'd spend hours editing videos.
Editing the video.
I'd never publish them, so it's fine.
Sorry, I can't show off AJ's great work, but yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're both little young adults, and we are just trying to figure out who we are in this life. And
okay, that's a stretch. It's just a podcast episode.
I take it serious, guys. I'm literally gonna put this podcast within my scholarship that I'm applying for, actually, that I'm supposed to do. It's literally on my computer right now. It says apply for scholarship on my reminders. I just haven't done it yet. It's due the 15th.
I imagine it's like an essay you're sending.
It's pretty much. It just it asks me a bunch of questions, obviously saying what's your achievements, what is your what's your biggest project you've done, and
cool.
because it's a broadcasting scholarship that's here at UA Little Rock, and so I'm applying for it because the requirements are really easy. It said that you have to be you have to have obviously a major mass comm, of course, and then they said you have to want to pursue in broadcasting television. So obviously that's what I want to do. So it was the easiest choice, and you have to be either junior or senior to apply for the scholarship. So, and it didn't really say about academic standings. It just has good standings, and a 2.5 is a good 2.9. Whoa, I've been saying I've had a 2.5 all day. 2. I don't have a 2.5. I have a 2.9. I've been sounding really dumb all day because I've been telling people
I've 0.4 difference. It's not that.
It's still bad. That just, to me, a 2.5 sounds worse than 2.9 because it's I barely made the cutoff to 3.0. Barely. I believe I have a 2.9. Yeah, I have a 2.9 GPA. Maybe I'm lying to myself. Maybe I do have a 2.5. I'm just mockery over here, guys. Oh, no. But anyways, the scholarship is really easy to apply for, so I'm going to apply for it. And I don't know what the amount is, but I do have to take summer classes this summer. So I'm just going to apply for at least 1,000. I don't know how much classes cost. You probably would know more. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Oh, yeah, we've been through this, haven't we?
I talked about money, how
no, we talked about how you don't know how much anything costs because it's just paid for you.
Yeah, I guess pretty much. I don't know. I don't think we've addressed that. Probably, I guess, give you a brief explanation, short explanation.
I mean, when I register for classes, it gives me basically a receipt of how much each class costs.
Yeah, no, I don't get that.
No, I'm so lucky.
It's just
it's like a stake in the heart when you see how much
when you read it.
It's it's gonna cost that much.
I'm trying to think how much. I think a semester I spend around $9,000 to $10,000 for school, but that's also that's obviously covered by my scholarship.
I don't think that's true.
You don't think that's true? You think that's wrong? Is it less or more?
Oh wait, did you say a semester?
Yeah, a semester.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, a 9,000, 10,000 range. I don't know exactly. I can see on my account, I can see what's being paid for. It break down, but it doesn't show my classes, if that makes sense. I can't see what is being paid for. I can see obviously paying for other stuff, but
yeah, I think most colleges are $20,000 a year.
Yeah,
unless you're going to either a 2-year college is going to be cheaper, and then
Yeah.
community is less, and then like the super private schools.
Yeah, I was gonna say like DBU or like Yale. I think Yale's probably.
I remember going to a like soccer camp at the University of Incarnate Word.
Oh, I was getting recruited to go there.
And so they also had a couple of other colleges there to like scout players and stuff. And at the end of the camp, they got us all together and they put us in like a room to ask questions about the recruiting process.
That's
And
cool.
it was so funny listening to the differences in divisions, because like a D1 school, they can't talk to you until you're like a junior
Yeah.
in high school. Same with D2, D3. But then it was, I think it's NAIA,
Yes.
right? That coach goes, yeah, we could talk to you in middle school if we wanted to. There's no
Oh my gosh. Start
That's
recruiting.
so
Hey,
and then they were talking about like the difference in cost and how much scholarships would cover. And they're like, D1, we could give you a full ride. D2 can't do any sports scholarships, but they can find like religious scholarships or something. So there's ways around it. D3 is like D1. And then NAIA is like, yeah, if you have a heartbeat, you qualify for most of our scholarships. And I was like, what?
Easy money.
It's so funny.
I think D3, I think they can't really give any scholarships out, like athletic. I think you have to apply for like other ones to earn it. Cause like I remember like the recruiting process for me, like obviously when I was in high school, like first thought was like, I want to go D1, like no choice. And I feel like that process can be little, in a way, I feel like it can be manipulated because didn't one of the guys we went to high school with, he was recruited to go to TCU. He went to TCU, right? But he got recruited like his freshman year. Like he already was dead set going. I feel like, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. He's a baseball player.
So the workaround with that stuff is like, you as a student can talk to the coach first.
Yeah, but the coaches
then
can't
they
talk
can
to you.
continue communications. That's how it works.
That's how.
But for a coach to approach you, you have to be like a junior or something. Yeah.
I'm gonna say NCAA rules are really strict, and I wish like I could show you guys. I think that would be something fun to do, is to show you guys like the booklet that we have to sign as athletes. Like when I tell you, it's almost like not like signing your life away, but it's a lot of things you're agreeing to that half the things I don't even know what I'm agreeing to, because it's like the terms of.
Why not read them? It doesn't. If I was signing for somewhere, that's one potentially giving me $20,000 a year.
You probably should read it.
Yeah, I would be reading. Read it. I know when I'm gonna go apply for a real job and they give me a contract. Even when I got a job at, I think it was Lowe's, they were like, yeah, just sign the contract. And I was like, give me a minute. And I read through that whole thing because I wanted to make sure what I was signing.
That's some lawyer type stuff.
Sign the
I'm horrible. That's how I know I could easily get into anything without even knowing I'm in it. And I need to probably work on that because I don't. Okay, so our coach kind of like went through it, but like half the time I wasn't listening because I've already heard it like so many times, because obviously I'm in my third year now. But
yeah,
I honestly can't tell you.
I wouldn't listen to that because he's biased. He just wants you to be there.
See, maybe, like I said, I'm going off what he says, so I'm trusting too much the process. Who knows? I could really be in a cult right now, and I don't even know because I'm signing a paper.
Why would you go to cult? Why would you?
I don't know.
Why would the example be cult? You could have just said, I might owe them thousands of dollars.
Well, I'm you know me, I'm a little extreme, so who knows?
I mean, don't make sense.
I don't make sense. Okay. But I mean, yeah, maybe that might be the case. I might owe the money, but like I don't
I know that's what happens to musicians a lot of the time, because they'll sign something thinking they get a signing bonus. And it's like, oh, actually, in 5 years, you have to return all that money.
Oh, that would be an L. That's why I said I can't be a famous person, because stuff like that will require me I need someone to work for me to read stuff like that, because I'm not going to read it myself.
You mean like a lawyer?
Or a manager. Yeah, a lawyer. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can be my lawyer.
It's because it's their job.
You can be my lawyer, and I'll pay you to read paperwork like that.
I can't be your lawyer because I'm not a lawyer.
We can lie, fabricate. Come on.
No, I think someone that does that and isn't a lawyer is called a financial advisor.
Okay, but then then I don't know. Whatever you get your degree in, then we can figure out where you can be placed in my life. If you get a good job and you have something that's
Well,
high
if I
up
get a
there,
good job, I am never talking to you ever. Like the moment, like I'll have a job that's like just under 6 figures, and you'll
oh,
know because I'll still be doing the podcast and talking to you. The moment it goes over 6 figures,
I'm
never talking
done.
to you again.
Dang, you guys hear it first. That's how the tea time is gonna break up.
What's that? What's that guy's name? Who's like, my goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what
That's
I'm talking about?
yes, I know what you're talking about.
With the
That's
like
gonna be AJ right here, guys,
sharp
on the
teeth.
podcast. And it's gonna happen right here in the moment. He's gonna look at his phone, get a text. His boss is like, "You have a raise," and AJ's
Yeah,
like, "I gotta
I'm
go."
gonna look at it and be like, well, leave. Just
Just leave the meeting. Like, not no questions. End of the video. Nothing said to me. I have no idea. I'll be like, oh, I'll know in this moment now. I have to keep track now. Now I know. What day is it? So today, what is today? Marking today, it's March 9th, meaning that we're leading into spring break now,
My spring break's next week. Yours is
the week after,
the week.
unfortunately. So I have one more week of classes and then I get a break. But I don't really even get a break because of track. So I'm not really getting a fun little spring break like everybody else.
Dang,
But
I do not miss that. I remember having to run hurdles over spring break.
never fun. That was never fun because always be like, that was a guaranteed. It's like, don't plan anything during spring break because it was mostly like most likely after spring break, we had a track meet.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, hey, if you miss spring break practice 9 times out of 10, you ain't running at the meet because you're not here practicing like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, doing sports, any kind of, I don't know if all sports are like this, mainly sports who were in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely you have to sacrifice some things. So I never really had a vacation growing up. Like never did.
Well, just on spring break, yeah.
Yeah. So like vacations during spring break was always a no-go. I can't even remember anything in like younger ages, like middle school either. Like I don't think I never really had, maybe I had something, nothing like outlandish as some of these kids I'm seeing on social media.
Yeah,
No.
those are kids with money though.
And
me and my family, we just like chill out. Even if I didn't have anything, we would just hang out at home.
But make it make sense how these kids, right, paying out of pocket to go to a expensive high class school, right, private school, for them to be like, oh, let's get all 18 of us and let's all go to Florida and let's get an Airbnb and let's like
What's the
get
other?
burnt
Is
for
it
7 days.
St. Padre?
Yes, St. Padre or Seaside, Florida is what I've been seeing, and Alabama. Those are like the 3 places people love to
Why
go.
would they go to Alabama?
Because apparently there's beaches, pretty beaches in Alabama. There is. I heard there is. That's what I'm seeing on social media. And I'm kind of sick of it because these kids are college kids. Like, how are you getting these resources? And
Yeah,
you know
like
what
why
it
do
is?
they need to be poor like the rest of us?
Yeah, they need to be broke and struggling like the rest of us. Because come on, I would love to go to the beach. But guess where I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go right there to a little pond and kick my feet and be like, here's my vacay. That's how I'm gonna relax. Actually, I'm gonna relax on that track because I'm gonna sprint and then die afterwards. So that's my vacation. So I don't know. I'm getting kind of jealous. Like that's why I don't like Instagram because obviously people take pictures. Like I know that wasn't their first shot. They'd have to take like 18 million for them to be like, okay, Sarah, this is just angle my phone this way and show everybody how amazing my life is. And here's me at the beach, or here's me in Hawaii at my sister's destination wedding. Like
it's all fabricated though.
So fabricated. I'm just like, in a way, like the fact of how I guess how obsessed I am with social media is that in a way it just like it irks me because I know like there could be a fight that would be going on during that time of them in spring break, but they're like, let's take this photo to show everybody that we're having a great time. But behind closed doors, there always could be something going on. Like that's how I see people through these phones. I see them as just like, you're not telling me the full story.
What's really funny sometimes is like seeing people send Snapchats in public or in the wild because they're just sitting like this. They go,
It's a quick like, and then just like go back to normal. Funny. Like they're upset. I'll be like, what? That's so why funny. Are you talking? That's literally me, AJ. I do that all the time. Every morning I do streaks. I smile and then I'm just like, okay.
I do not do that. If I send a snap to someone, I'm like,
your face
it'll be like LOL or something like
something so dry. Like, oh gosh, LMAO, I need to find.
But my face is just
that, or like just half the face. You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna be fake to you right now. I'm literally bored. So I'm saying, like, I have been seeing so much of that during spring break, and it kind of just like, I want a spring break like that, but I know I'm broke, and I've sat here, like, I actually did calculations the other day. I picked one of the places that people are at.
Jaelyn's
so Seaside, Florida, right? At Airbnb, like one of the nice ones are like $1,000. No, I found the cheapest one. The cheapest one was about $1,000 a night. Okay, let's say 20 people are going. Okay, 20 people. Obviously, you have to get a bigger house. $1,000, right? A night, AJ. And so then I did like, let's just say
6 times.
How many days did I do? I think I did like maybe like, I don't know how many did. 6 days. And I think it came to like 6,000, 7,000 or whatever. And then you split it up by the groups. And then it's like $300 per group or what per person. Then I looked up air flights. And then obviously, I don't think people have noticed, but like I fly with Americans. So Americans' prices have been going up. So I did a rough estimate from like DFW to like Florida. The ticket was like, let's just say $400. So in total, you're spending at least like $700-800, and that's just to get there. Let alone you buying like obviously like food for the Airbnb.
Yeah, you probably need a rental car.
Yeah, like all this stuff, it all adds up. And I'm still thinking, where is this money coming from? Because I personally don't have $1,000 just sitting around saying, okay, I'm going on a trip to Florida right now during spring break with all my friends in college and my frat brothers and my sorority sisters and blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, where are you guys getting this money? And it's like your parents, either one, have a good job or their grandpa's dead. And,
or someone in their family died.
Yeah, or someone important.
Or both.
It could be that tragic, and they have a buttload of money, and they're able to afford to go on a trip every spring break. And I'm jealous because why am I not invited? Like, they don't think you
can afford it. That's why they don't invite you.
I know. Is it not? It's not fun to be the broke friend of the group. Okay. I'm out here working. We're out here working. Okay. We're not fortunate like these private school kids to have parents that are like, here, like, I mean, obviously, I don't know. Your parents and could be different where they're like, hey, I'll help you pay for college if you're still helping. I don't know. Are your parents helping you pay for college or no?
Well, I had my first 2 years were free. So this is the only year we've had to pay. And those first 2 years gave my mom and dad a buffer long enough to save up money.
That's
and
good.
To have some scholarship money.
Yeah, that also is helpful too. Yeah, if you go to like a private school, you just need to apply for like godly scholarships. So just tell them how great of a Christian you are. And they'll be like, here you go. $10,000 right here. You're an amazing Christian. Boom. It blows my mind how easy that is to get a scholarship. Because $10,000, imagine getting $10,000 or just saying like how much of a leader I am.
Really how it works.
We don't. Well, a lot of kids probably get picked saying that same little timeline. Like,
no, normally it's either their parents are huge sponsors of the college, so then they give them money, which is, I mean, they're paying for it anyway, or it's actually a sports scholarship, but they can't receive sports scholarships. So they say it's a religious scholarship. Make it up.
Yes. Yeah. Especially if it's like you said, if it's like the lower end of like D2, D3, then yeah, I'm dumb. I only know one real private school that's D1, that's TCU, but that's the only other. I obviously know there's more, but I'm just using that one for example. That is a very expensive school. And my mom went there for college and my dad, and they both got like athletic scholarships, of course. And I wonder at the time how much it costs to go to school there. Because I know it's obviously like upped from the 90s to like
it's like from the let's see. What is it now? It's like 40,000 a year now, right?
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
I know Trinity in Austin is 50,000 a year. And I talked to one of the coaches and they were like, yeah, you could come play soccer over here. I was like, how much does it cost a year? Like 50,000. I was like, nope,
Yep,
never mind.
psych.
Not because there's no way I'm
Kate.
getting the full scholarship for that.
Yeah, did I tell you that Kate got accepted into UT?
Oh yeah, I saw that on her.
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, she got accepted
Yeah,
into UT. I
that's
think
awesome.
right now she has like a good amount of scholarship money right now. So
Yeah,
I don't know the estimate.
the
It
UT
could be
system
36.
gives out money left and right, that's why it's a great system.
Cool. And a lot of people like it there.
I mean,
'Cause
any school in the UT system gives out a lot of money.
I did not know that. Like I said, I wish I kind of went to tech, like a college in Texas, because the environment, I guess, is like just seeing it online and seeing how people are doing like sporting events. And like, I just wish I went to a school that had a football team, because that would have been kind of fun. Because now it being March, basketball season's kind of over.
Yeah,
So
March Madness is about to come up.
March Madness is coming up. You know who's a really good school right now in basketball? ACU.
Tech. Oh,
Wait.
yeah.
I don't know how Tech is in basketball.
Tech has not lost a home game this season.
Oh, you said home game. What about away games? What are we looking at away games?
I think they lost a few, but they're still super good.
They're super good. Maybe they might be in the March Madness. Who knows? Rep your school, dude.
I hope so. That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of cool. That's what I said. I'm saying I think ACU, it's like a little private school in Abilene. They went to March Madness.
Isn't that like the ligaments in your knees? Oh no, it's your ACL. Never mind.
Okay, I was like, what are you talking about? ACU. I know you're talking about. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, ACU, Abilene Christian University. I applied to go there. I got rejected, but it's okay. It's cool. I was good.
Whoever is naming these colleges needs to chill.
What these long? What? Why?
ACU. What does that stand for?
Abilene Christian University.
Yeah, it's too long.
Too long. What's? I guess Texas Tech doesn't really. Is it TTU? TTU.
TTU, but most people just call it Tech.
No one calls it TTU. They're like, yeah.
But
like,
then you also have UT, which is University of Texas. See, like that's nice, and that's still pretty short.
But then you have UT Tyler. What is that UT Tyler? You just say UTT.
Yeah, and then there's UTD.
UTD.
UT El Paso, which they just call it UT El Paso.
Yeah.
And but I'm just saying, like,
UTA.
There are some, UTA. There are some colleges that are like Southern Methodist Christian Abilene something.
Yeah,
something
like SAG-U, and you're like,
I'm like, no. I'm like, your acronym's too long, and that's
it's not fun anymore. Like, like you said, like if anybody asks you where you go to school, you don't have to say, oh yeah, I go to TTU. Like you just say, I go to Tech, and everyone's like, oh,
I go to Tech.
Like I know where Tech is. It could be so many things. You could be like, I go to a technical college, but
even for you, it's like I go to
Little Rock. I know I have to say UA Little Rock because we used to be called Euler, but that's also too long. Yeah, and UA Little Rock's even longer, so they want us to call
like a city that people kind of know, right?
Yeah, Little Rock, I guess. That's what I say. I just say that at this point because when I was getting recruited and I signed to Little Rock, everyone thought I was going to Fayetteville. Everyone thought I was going to U of A. That's what everybody like here in Little Rock, we talk about Arkansas and we always call it U of A. Like that's how we call it because that's like the big deal college. So we always have that an acronym. So unfortunately, we can't be U of A because we're not amazing like U of A. So it is what it is. But I agree, acronyms of colleges need to be shorter. One letters or one little name that kind of
No, not just acronyms. They just need to fix the entire name because then the acronym will already be small.
But then even then, some like I said, like Euler just doesn't sound pretty. Like you just say it. I'm just like Euler. Like I don't like how it sounds like off the tongue, like quick. Like you said, like something that just automatically draws your attention to the school. Mm-hmm. Only reason why I said ACU because that's like I don't know Abilene. You can just say Abilene, but then that's the town. So no one's thinking of the college right off the back of your head.
Yeah.
Because isn't there other colleges in?
You know what? When I'm making the six figures and post cutting off all my friends and family, I'm gonna establish a university, because you know how there's always these like there's a ton of Christian universities.
Yeah,
We need to like balance it out, you know.
to like
So I'm
more
gonna have
public.
like a no, I'm gonna have a atheist university.
Oh, I had a feeling that was coming out your mouth.
Just
So
would be
instead of going
so
to chapel,
funny.
you're doing something else.
That would be so fun. Well, no, we would just it would just be there would be no need for it because it would just be like a normal university. We just have atheist
The
in the
atheist,
name.
yeah, all atheists. Hey, you're welcome here.
And our crosstown rivals would be some Christian university.
I honestly believe there are some kids who go to private school colleges that like obviously have very God being like their main focus. Like you have to go to chapel like for a whole semester or a whole
Yeah.
year. And I feel like some people might be atheists. Like I honestly feel like there might be a few people
Yeah,
that play like a sport.
They're
Play a
going for
sport.
the money, right? The
Yeah, they gotta go where the money
education,
is. Yeah, because if I was an atheist that was like top tier athlete and I got recruited to go to a big private school, I would just have to sit there in chapel and be like, go you guys. You
yeah, I
guys
would
are
have been
out
like,
here
I hope we win. That's
that's it. That's what you gotta do.
that's
That'd be kind of funny. Oh my gosh. I actually have a friend that's an atheist, and that's kind of interesting to like have a friend that who believes it that way.
Mhm,
Because obviously grew up, had Christian roots,
mhm.
and having that kind of conversation, it really does not affect your friendship as much as people make it seem to be. I feel
No,
like a lot
yeah,
of
it
people
doesn't.
are like, oh, I have to be around like these people that who have like
I have
build
to
up,
be around good Christian people.
or like I have to marry this Christian guy. I feel like you can be with people, be friends, be married to someone that believes differently too from what you
Yeah,
believe,
it's
and you
really
can work
not
it
that
out.
difficult.
It's like me, AJ being friends. Like, of course, we probably have the same religion background, but we probably have
Yeah,
different.
we're
Uh,
completely different. I'm
yeah,
Hispanic.
I don't know what I am at this point.
What do you mean you don't know what you are?
I could be black, but what about there's more to me?
I
I
doubt
could
it.
be. I'm taking a DNA test soon. 'Cause I
I
want to
mean,
know where I came from.
look at I'm just
Just come on,
I mean just yep, that's
just
all
check
you
the
need.
clock.
Yeah.
I mean, you pass off as white more than you do like
Well, because I am
Hispanic.
white, technically.
Yeah, you're white. Yeah. So what happens if have you never like seen people who are mixed and their kids turn out like really white and they're like, yeah, I'm half white, half black, and you're like, who's black in your family and why do you look like that?
Who's black?
Who's
I had a
black?
friend that was like a quarter Asian or something like that,
Had
but
a
he
quarter.
looked nothing Asian. And then one day we saw like his grandmother or something at his house, or I think it was a
Huh.
picture of his grandmother. And yep, sure enough, very Asian.
I might have some quarter of being white. Who knows? Maybe I'm a quarter Mexican.
I
I
mean,
think I might be
I don't
actually
know if that
from.
would show up in a DNA test. I
I
don't know
think
how
only. Oh no.
ethnicities work in
Yeah,
tests.
ethnicity. I think I most of my descendants are maybe from like Europe because that's where like white folks had slaves. So
Mhm.
I'm obviously probably from slave descendant. That'd be kind of cool to know. Gosh, I think we need to make
I
it
mean,
known
it's
here on this
pretty
podcast.
likely
Yeah,
considering
I
the
think
state of the world in
that we live in.
or the
Yeah,
history of the world.
history. Yeah, I said live in what? We need to take one of those like ancestries or
Mhm.
the tests on our podcast though. That'd be kind of
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, you can do it. I definitely don't need to because my family has archived thousands
Oh,
of
really?
pictures from, yeah,
So you know your history.
yeah, like we have pictures that are like full black and white of people in wagons.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have nothing like that. So
Oh, one of the coolest pictures. Sorry, we're kind of running out of time, but I just really quickly wanted to say this.
yeah.
One of the coolest pictures I've ever seen was of my grandfather. And I think this was either in Mexico or in a border town
Mhm.
in Texas. But it's
Yeah.
him and either his uncles or friends. So some kind of family. And they have peacocks.
What?
Yeah, they like
They own
had
them?
peacocks. Yeah.
That's
I'm like,
so
that's so
cool.
cool.
Okay, guys, then I feel like we should comment below if you guys want to see me take like a DNA test or like see like where I'm from. Cause I would like to know more about myself. Cause I obviously don't know as much as AJ knows about his own family descent, but I want to know. So I think you guys should comment down below because I'll be down to do that. That'd be kind of cool. That's a really cool story, AJ. I like how we ended off that. That was really cool. Alrighty, guys. We always love you guys coming on our show and listening to us for a good time. Alrighty, guys. This has been tea time. Clink. Bye, guys. My nose is starting to itch.